Welcome to an all-new Nerds to Men. I am Brad Reed.
I'm your boy Cameo.
And we are here. We are doing a live show and recording our podcast for all those who listen either like on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google. There's so many.
Yeah, we have.
What are the other ones, man?
Stitcher's
one.
Spreaker.
Spreaker. Yeah, that's Spreaker's kind of the hub.
Okay.
It shoots it out to all of them. So there's so many. So if you're you know, like, hey, I want to just go listen to this in my car. If you're like watching on Facebook or whatever, go to our Spreaker page and then we'll have the show. We'll have this one up probably in a couple days.
Okay.
And also on YouTube. So if you're like, hey, the presidential debate's coming on, I got to catch that madness. Go ahead and tune out and then come back and we'll have the edited show up in a couple days. So, you know, or hit the YouTube, follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff.
Instagram.
Just, put in Nerds to Men, either Nerds with the II, the fancy one, or Nerds with the number 2. It works either way.
Yep.
So yeah, I
Make
mean,
sure it's
we're a
spelled with a
Google
Z.
away. Yeah.
No S with the Z.
But even if you spell it with an S, we'll be coming for you.
Yes.
We will put an end to that. We will have our attorneys get involved.
Mm-hmm.
Not that didn't happen.
You don't want that to happen.
I think what happened with the other podcast that was calling themselves that, I think they quickly realized that we had the monopoly on all the social medias and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can't register for any of that with that name. So
Right.
Will Harrison, what's up? Josh Griffin, hey.
You know, I am pretty sexy.
Yeah, he wishes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks
We got a bunch of stuff to talk about, and we want everybody to comment throughout the show so you can be part of the podcast, just like everybody who's commented so far. But first, I know this is weird. Like,
big news dropped today, right?
Well, was it today?
That's when I saw it. So
I think I might have saw it yesterday.
Okay.
But Jared Leto, we thought he would be done. We thought he was done as the Joker because after Suicide Squad, the Birds of Prey movie didn't have, it was like hit the back of the Joker, so you never saw his face, and it obviously wasn't Jared Leto. So we thought he's coming back though for the Justice League reshoots. Man, you know, you're upset.
Like,
you don't like it?
No, my excitement drastically went down.
Okay, so mine did not. And
why is that?
I'm still intrigued because the reason is I am a fan of Jared Leto. Okay. I think he's a good actor. I think David Ayer, I don't know what exactly he was going for with the Joker other than this is a Joker. Cause you know, you've had the past Jokers and if you're reading the 3 Jokers right now, the DC, I think it's on the Black Label. I think it'll kind of start coming into focus what they're doing. I think it's all kind of synergistically working with the comic right now.
Okay.
Some of the things that they're doing in the movies and stuff, and so forth. So I think Jared Leto could be. Are you ready for this, man?
I think we already talked about this like a long time ago when the movie came out.
That he's Jason Todd.
Yeah.
And then I think it came out you got to talk right.
Oh, am I? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm new here. Sorry.
Yeah. You've been for a while. You've been in the other room where your mic is just right in front of you. So you're good. You're good. But So we did talk about that, and it seems like there was something that came out that kind of said, no, that's not happened. That couldn't be. Maybe it was because we thought that Jason Todd's Robin suit was the one.
Yeah,
that he was dead, but then so it did come out that that's actually Dick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I don't mean nothing. Dick Grayson.
No, I figured
it ain't Dick. So that would mean that Jason Todd could have lived on.
Possibly.
And he could have been the Red Hood.
Yeah.
And then he might have just said, you know what? Because think about the damaged.
Yeah.
Think about the busted out teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're right, though. I feel like we brought this up a long time ago.
Yeah. But also, too, if you watch the, what was that Harley Quinn movie that came out in the theaters? like Batman and Harley Quinn or something like that, where Dick Grayson he was Nightwing and him and her hooked up in the show or in the movie. So that could be it. Maybe she, got with Dick Grayson.
Yeah. Well,
or the Joker, Dick Grayson. Possibly.
Possibly. Let's see. Will Harrison says he's excited about Leto. Mark Morris says he's not sure about Leto coming back. Gennaro, hey, thanks for watching. Mark said, okay, Jason Todd reveal would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That might save it, right?
They could.
Because,
obviously we've had, iconic Jokers in the past, and this would,
definitely was not an iconic Joker, but
right. But this would help the fact that, if Jason Todd or Dick Grayson is the Joker, or Jared Leto is, Dick Grayson or Jason Todd, I feel like that would save the whole movie.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't think that they'd go with Dick Grayson, but but that would be crazy too. Like,
yeah,
like Swerve, you thought it was Jason Todd, it's Dick Grayson.
Right.
Because in this world, Dick Grayson's, because we've already talked about, like, I'm sure that this one's not in what we consider the normal Batman universe or whatever.
And I believe it was Batman talking to Alfred saying, he saw what Gotham can do to people, and when he was looking at the Robin suit, that if you did take it to be one of the Robins that became Joker, then that whole look and that whole monologue that he had fits.
Dude, I'm the fact that it might be Dick Grayson instead of Jason Todd as like a gotcha.
Right.
I'm almost like, I think you might have cracked it, and I'm here first. Zack Snyder's watching and he's like, dang it. Spoilers.
Not doing the movie. Not doing the reshoots anymore.
Yeah. So, okay. So they could rescue this.
Yes.
Is my opinion on it.
They could. But if they don't go the route that we're thinking that it might happen.
Yeah.
I don't really care about it.
Yeah. Because again, he's definitely more of like the materialistic Joker. He's not like the other Jokers. So he's probably a different Joker, because again, that's what they're doing in the comics. There's like the crime lord Joker, the criminal Joker, like kind of the street criminal Joker, and then like the anarchist Joker. So
right.
Heath Ledger,
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson's the older Joker, and then it's
Joaquin. No.
Well, yeah, he's like a Jack Nicholson Joaquin, because and I hope that if you haven't read any of the three Jokers and you plan on it, and I'm spoiling it, then spoilers right now. But the original Joker like ran Gotham before Batman was even Batman. So then like that would make sense with the movie where Joaquin Phoenix is obviously older than Bruce Wayne. Yeah, a lot. So, and then in the one, and of course we're getting Michael Keaton, so they're not saying that movie never existed now in the movies that are coming up. So
right.
I think that this is not the original Joker at all.
No, yeah, I don't think it was. I don't think it is either. And I feel like you said, this could save the movies. It could save everybody's idea about Jared Leto. Because I know that he was not a fan of being cut out 90% of, what was it, not Justice League,
Suicide Squad.
Yeah And I feel like hopefully maybe Snyder has told him something, because I thought, like you said, he was done with the Joker role, because all the hate and backlash that he got on playing it. So I hope I hope for the best, but I'm just not really excited.
I am. I'm at least excited to see what they're gonna do.
What I will say is I will go back and watch his performance as Joker, just see if I can nitpick. Maybe Zack Snyder had a vision for him and the way that they were going. Obviously, Zack Snyder stepped down, so they couldn't elaborate what was going on, and we hadn't seen these footages of the scenes that were cut.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know,
well, like the one where he picks up the bow and goes to town, like does all the ninja moves and yeah.
So
if that had been in the movie, we would have totally been like, oh,
right.
So why did they cut that out? No, that didn't happen. So yeah, that's there's so much riding on this new Justice League reshoot because you got to get it right this time.
You have to,
and because if you don't, there's not another chance. So
no,
yeah, I think they're going to do something cool. They have to.
I would hope so.
And then of course I want to see Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke. So
I definitely want to see that.
Yeah.
I did hear though, it was some rumor that just to go a little off topic, that he might be playing Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I would like that too. But anyways, back to Batman.
Well, you know, Leto, he's Morbius. I think he's still filming that, or maybe that's oh no, it's wrapped up because it was supposed to come out not too long ago. Will says, I think of Leto as the Joker from The Dark Knight Returns. Also, after that, Dick Grayson was the bad guy in Dark Knight Strikes Again. Patrick says cancel culture hated Leto's Joker before the movie even came out. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did. But there was all those pictures where he looked, you know, like we made the joke that he looked like the Juggalo Joker, you know. But you're right.
And maybe that's why nobody really wanted to give him the time of day because of the tattoos.
I mean, I hope not.
Well, no, I'm just.
We don't like tattoos.
No, it's not.
We do not watch Nerds to Men.
not that, but the fact that, you know, every Joker that has been seen that people have actually like grown up with has never been tattooed.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what threw them off. And
maybe so. Because I didn't love it, and you know, look around. I love the Joker.
Yeah.
You know. I didn't love it though. And again, I would like to see the air cut of Suicide Squad because I'm pretty sure that's a whole different thing too from the stories that came out immediately after it was released. So, you know, we'll see. Let's move to Ben Affleck. We've heard more just about this. Nothing like announced yet, but I guess he's signed on to do some more Batman stuff on HBO Max.
I am ready for that.
Yeah. So
I'm ready for that.
What you think it'll be like a show, a mini series? A mini series would be real dope.
You know, if they are trying to bite off of Marvel's, you know, the WandaVision, you know, Falcon and Winter Soldier, if they're trying to do something like that, I would love that. Like, I mean, give me, you know, whether it be, you know, a couple seasons or, you know, a one-off series, you know, let's do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready to see, you know, a 8-episode hour-long Batman, you know, kicking butt, whether it be, you know, Joker or, you know, him trying to find whoever, Penguin, it don't matter.
Right.
But yeah, bring back Ben Affleck for sure.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I think that's going to be cool. Like I say, like even if it's 3-episode arcs or something, you know, like 2, you know, hour and a half episodes where he's taking on a mystery or something. You know?
Man, that would be nice to have like a Batman mystery show.
Yeah, yeah,
I would love that.
Yeah, because I mean that's kind of what the Batman is going for, I believe. You know, this is going to be more of like.
Have you heard the crap that's going on with that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into that because
excuse me.
There's the set pictures that came out because they're still filming and it's been moved to 2022. But there was some pictures of Superman and Wonder Woman, and I think I heard that there was even Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, and I also heard that I think it was like Hawk Girl or Hawkman. I can't saying that just sounds weird. Hawk Girl or Hawkman, where was also in the set photos too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So what brings me to think is Wonder Woman, and since we saw them for sure, Wonder Woman and Superman, they have to be real, right? They have to be in that universe.
Yeah, well, okay, so here's what I think. Either, but shouldn't we start getting used to the idea that they are in the same universe? I mean, yeah, they didn't do it before in the, you know, Superman and Batman movies, you know, coming up, but
yeah,
I mean, I think it's time that we start just that's a normal thing. But could these set pictures be fake? Not that somebody photoshopped them in, but maybe it's a prank.
I don't know. I don't feel like that.
No,
I feel like I don't. Again, I mean, it is the internet, so people can do that. So it's not like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But I feel like if we saw Spider-Man or something, I feel like they would just be doing that as a joke because it's a Batman movie. Spider-Man's not real.
Yeah.
But I would feel like they would have to have a reason to dress up like those people.
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah, because they were saying that it's like a Halloween costume.
Right.
They're not that's not the Superman or Wonder Woman.
Right.
So in that universe, but yeah, so they exist. You had remember like Logan, where there was the X-Men comic books in the universe there, but he was like, they never got it right or whatever.
Yeah.
So it could be something kind of like that, where they're characters in comic books, but they don't actually exist in that world.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But I thought that was pretty interesting, but I don't see why they wouldn't. They're obviously bringing, you're going to get a glimpse of almost every Batman villain not all of them, but all the main characters, And then, so I don't know why they wouldn't have the Superman or Wonder Woman. I hope that they're not like a big part of the stories.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see another Batman versus Superman necessarily.
No.
But I think it's pretty cool. It's interesting, and at least we have something to talk about when it's still 2 years away.
Man, thank God for Disney Plus though.
Yeah. Well, a couple things coming out before we get too much. Well, we actually covered most of the stuff, but I know on Disney Plus today, the remake of Witches. Is it got
not Disney Plus, HBO?
Oh yeah, that is on HBO Max. Whoops, I thought I was segueing so good. HBO Max though, and does it have Anne Hathaway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There was a photo of her without eyebrows, and oh my Lord, I died laughing.
Yeah. Patrick said, "What?" Question, and it might have been to the news that Ben Affleck signed on to do some more Batman stuff on HBO Max.
Yeah.
So
possibly, I can't remember.
But let us know if it was to something else.
But I will say with the whole Matt Reeves, the Batman, I've been hearing that Edward, I'm gonna call him Edward because he's showing a lot of attitude.
The Riddler?
Right now. No. Edward, he played Edward in Twilight Zone, or not Twilight Zone.
You're talking about
Twilight books.
James Patterson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson.
Right, James Patterson. James Patterson writes the books. Alex Cross.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah, with oh my gosh,
Lord,
Tyler Perry.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
But anyways, I heard he's been being difficult to work with.
Really?
Yeah. So now his name is Edward. I'm not going to call him.
I hope he's not being difficult to work with, but I've seen him in some movies lately. He's a good actor.
I'm not saying he's not a good actor, but
yeah, I mean he doesn't need to be a pain in the booty.
Right, like you're messing it up for the nerds, man.
That's why they'll be like, yeah, he's not going to be in any more Batman movies.
Right.
Yeah. So
let's recast him. Where's Val Kilmer? No, I'm joking.
Here's a couple other real quick news items that I came across this week that I wanted to share with you. Of course, have you ever seen the show Supernatural?
Oh no, I never watched it, but I know what it is.
Do you know who Jensen Ackles is?
He's coming to the boys.
Yes. Is he Soldier Boy?
Yeah.
Soldier Boy. Hey.
Tell him.
Or is he Boy Soldier?
Soldier Boy.
It is Soldier Boy. I hear he's like a Captain America knockoff. Like does he have a shield too?
That I don't know. I never read the comics, so
I think because I read a little news clipping. I think he does have a shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's like the Captain America knockoff there. So I thought that was interesting. Supernatural just came to a close after
like 14 seasons,
30 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Like
I honestly and truthfully, I never knew that it was still on.
I thought it was off for a while.
I thought that they were just playing reruns. I didn't.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't realize that it was still on
because I watched it and I thought it was pretty good up until probably like 6 seasons in, and there was like this arc where like the end of the world came and they like got, I think, sucked into some pit of death or whatever, or like down to hell or whatever it was. And I was kind of like, they should just end it right there. They should leave it right there. Yeah. Because then after that, it just kept being like a repeat almost of like, the same setup, different storyline, but same setup. The one of the brothers is mad at the other brother because he killed himself to save the other brother from dying, or just pick one, and the next season it'll be the other, and so I quit watching it. So I'm not so sad that it's off the air, but I'm excited actually to see him on that. I know a lot of people have talked about him being like a Batman or somebody like that, or like
Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Yeah,
I think he's too old.
Yeah,
I think he's too old.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, the thing is,
it depends on if it's the Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
then he'd probably be not too old.
Yeah, but I would also say too, if anything, they could just leave the hood on, his helmet the whole time.
Yeah.
So
then they could just have anybody play him.
Right. I mean, just like what they do with what's his name in Doom Patrol, Brendan Fraser. Yeah, Brendan Fraser. His character.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, where he's just the voice.
Yeah, where he's just the voice. So
that's I should see if I can parlay my studio here into getting into some voice acting. Like, hey, I can do it from the house. So Mark says the same thing, kind of like I said. I watched 10 seasons of Supernatural before I fell off, but I always liked Jensen. Glad to hear he's coming to The Boys. You know what I liked most about Supernatural? They had the baddest car. Like, it was so nice. Yeah, I wish I can see it, of course. I can't remember which car, like which one it was, but man, it was nice. Yeah, I wanted one. Okay, so Borat. If you
coming out tomorrow, right?
Have been waiting for the sequel, you'll be able to stream it tomorrow on Amazon. So I'm excited about that. Will, real quick, says Ackles did the voice for the animated Red Hood movie.
Yeah,
you are correct. Yeah, thank you for that's why I like people commenting and contributing to the show. So Borat, and of course, there's already a bunch of controversy surrounding it. So.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
But so there's going to be an Addams Family TV show, live action. I'm kind of excited.
Just leave it alone.
I'm kind of excited.
Just leave it alone.
No.
You can't get better than what it was. What was it in the 70s or 60s?
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, that was great. But did you not love the movies?
Oh, I love the movies.
So
the movies were amazing. I didn't see the animated one, but
the animated one was okay. It was I enjoyed it. I took my nephews to go see it. So so that's what's up.
1967 Impala.
Oh yeah, 1967. Yeah, it was an Impala. It wasn't like one of those super long Impalas. But yeah, that thing
that was going to be.
You'd look tough.
I don't think it was
even 67. You would look tough.
I stay tough, baby. Stay tough.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, so let's see. Before we get out, let's talk just a little bit about Death in the Family. So me and you both rented it on Amazon, and you were disappointed. Tell me why. And
well, because you know how they said you could pick the outcome of Robin, basically,
right?
And so I was really excited to do that. I watched the whole thing and was like, wait, I didn't not once get to choose anything. It wasn't interactive at all.
Right.
And so I was pretty upset about that.
Right.
And not only was I upset about that, I was upset that there was like 2 other movies behind it. And I was like, I paid this much money for, 3 shorts.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about the other stuff.
Yeah. I feel you. So here's the thing with that though. Like, I still wanted to see it just to see it. I would rather have got the one where I could choose, but I have a feeling it was going to end up the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just going to end up going to the same kind of thing. But and if you're out there and you've watched it and you got the DVD or the Blu-ray probably where you can choose your ending, tell us. Don't spoil it, but tell us kind of. Did you go back and watch it and choose different? You know, and how did that go? So, but anyway. The reason that I didn't love it, I enjoyed it because it was a Batman flick. But the reason I didn't enjoy it, because back in the day, and like I was like, man, did I get this right on the last show? Because, you know, I'm not, like I said, I've read a few comics at this point, but sometimes everything runs together. And so, the original one was done a long time ago when I was a young guy. And everybody got to vote to whether they wanted to kill Robin, right? And but the story that I thought it was going to be more based on the classic story, which was, he did kill Robin, but he did it like he blew up a warehouse. And it was such a crazy story where the Joker had become like, I think he was a diplomat for Iran, and so he could have immunity everywhere he went, so Batman and Superman couldn't arrest him. So and which that seems so outlandish now,
right?
Yeah, and so he kills him, and then that's it. I don't believe that the Red Hood stuff came till later, right? And so this one, I was kind of like, well, this is more like a little bit of that classic one, but a lot more of just the Red Hood movie.
Basically that's what it is with basically new scenes. That's basically how Jason Todd got caught.
I don't know if the Red Hood is a very popular character right now, and I feel like I'm all for it. I think the Red Hood's cool. But at the same time, it's like, I didn't understand why they just made Under the Red Hood again. Isn't that the name of the animated movie? So, I mean, whatever. I thought it was good. I will watch it a couple times. So, maybe. Because I want to get the Blu-ray and then see what happens.
I'm gonna let you do that and let me know how it is.
All right, I'll do that. Faux show. So
getting that faux show.
Yeah. I'm just trying to check my notes real quick. We are at the end. The next show that everybody will see, I pre-recorded, okay? Me and Nugget did a Halloween special last year talking about like our favorite horror movies. And this year we're talking about our favorite horror movies.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Same thing?
Yeah. Horror movies. So we're actually kind of got into some of the B-sides, some of the movies that we've watched, some of the ones that make us cringe, or some of the ones that are like real, like people probably hadn't thought about it in a long time, or, talked about some of our favorite Halloween specials and some of the like most brutal kills, and so, yeah, it was a fun show. Now, the reason I'm bringing all this up, obviously, to pump up the next show, which will be out next week, but also I watched, or I had kind of watched Hubie Halloween, fallen asleep. Then we did the show, and I was like, I didn't really like it. And Nugget was like, no, I thought it was pretty good. And I was like, really? Okay, I'm going to go back and watch it. I did go back and watch it, and I really enjoyed it the second time. So even though I say that on the upcoming pod that I didn't really like it, I like it. So recommend it. Watch it. Okay. It'll be good. Have you seen it yet?
No.
Okay.
And Nugget said it's different, but the same. Talking about the show.
Yeah. So that's next week. We got the Halloween special. I'm excited about that because Halloween's one of my favorite holidays. And you're not like a big horror movie fan, so
no,
it's a chance for me to be like,
to cut loose.
I don't have to have Cameo here to do a show.
No, because I'd be like, I'd just be like everybody else. I'd just be watching Brad talk. Like, yeah, okay. I would never watch it. I'd chime in every now and then.
Yeah. But there are some that you'll watch. You watched. See it though. I'm actually so surprised that you went and watched it with me.
Yeah,
because that one's a little more like the like really like you're not big on the like the supernatural kind of horror.
No, I don't do that.
Or spirits or demons.
Nope.
Anything like that. So, but you'll watch like Chucky. What about like Mike Myers or Freddy?
No.
We kind of talked about Freddy before.
I don't really like being scared. That's the whole thing.
But see,
I don't like that feeling.
I guess the thing with me is that they don't scare me. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Now, I was watching a show like The Haunting of Bly Manor, which I didn't really enjoy. But then the last episode was kind of good. And there was one scene where I was like, ooh, that gave me a little bit of a scary tingle.
Is that the show that people are saying that there's like ghosts in the shows?
Well, I think I think there are. You remember The Haunting of Hill House came first, and there was a lot. Like I didn't notice them as much on this one, and I was trying to look. Sometimes you'll see them, but I feel like on The Haunting of Hill House, like every episode, you'd be like, "Oh, there's a ghost! Oh, there's a ghost!" So,
gotcha.
Yeah. So anyway, that I didn't really enjoy Bly Manor as much. Man, I've just wrapped up like a whole bunch of shows recently.
Yeah.
Like I watched Utopia. I need to go back and rewatch it. Did you ever watch that one?
Oh yeah, on Prime.
Yeah, pretty good.
Man, I tell y'all what, if y'all have not watched Utopia yet, go check that out.
It's because I want to rewatch it, and then I want to do like a whole pod on it.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
It's so strange, and it's scary in a different way.
Right.
Yeah,
like real life scary.
I finished watching Raised by Wolves on HBO Max.
How is that?
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Nugget says more like Blah Manor.
Yeah, you are right. Yeah. He said, Cam don't like no Hanks.
And yes, I will watch some Jordan Peele movies.
Yeah. Will Harrison says, Hubie was decent. Funniest parts where they referenced other Sandler's films. Yeah. I was telling Nugget, like, why didn't they just make it a Billy Madison sequel, like where Hubie was Billy like Billy Halloween or something like this? Right. He's grown up to do this, or whatever. Because
Billy Madison was such a great movie.
Oh, I know. Because he's not really doing a Billy Madison, but he is. There's callbacks to a lot of his movies actually. Okay. All of his kids are in it.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Kevin James, his kids are in it. Like his Adam Sandler's wife is in it, and there's some funny gags in it too. So I would definitely say Hubie Halloween was better than I gave it credit for.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's it. That's the live show.
Oh, and if we don't have a show next week, like an actual live show or whatever, don't forget Mandalorian comes out.
Yeah, we will do another live show the week after, because we'll have the Halloween show next week and have that kind of leading up to Halloween, and then we will do another live show. So the live shows, I'm glad we're gonna get to do them more. Just because, of course, we're gonna have to every time. I'll have to be like, get your temperature, make sure we're not breathing on each other,
right?
Like Oh, I could get us like a
plastic shield.
Yeah, like a glass, like a plexiglass, and then I could spit all over you.
Ew, what?
Just I spit when I talk, but
yeah, I mean, you
I try to keep my spit.
Yeah, your beard catches it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you had something for me, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
yeah. I feel weird being like, "Give me my present."
Hey, I would have forgot, and it would have just been on this floor here. So, we all know Brad loves the Turtles. Not as much as I do. As much as I got the coolest turtle shirt.
That is a pretty cool.
You don't have
turtle shirt.
Yeah. Oh,
dang it. So you can see the turtles down at the bottom.
So I got him the Raph.
Oh my God.
In disguise.
Dude.
And Casey Jones.
Dude. I've been wanting that so bad.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I found it for you.
Oh, dude.
That was your get well present.
Thank you.
And I've had this for such a long time.
Oh, dang. Another?
And it's...
Oh, I needed that.
Splinter. I was hoping you didn't have that yet. So.
No, I didn't. Oh my gosh, man. That I'm touched here and in a good way, but man, I like, because the Casey Jones and the Mad Raph the disguised Raphael, where they're like, I love that in that movie. You know, that was just the coolest. And I've been wanting both of those separate. I can't believe I guess I didn't realize they had it. Well, no, I did realize that it was a set like that. So that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem, man.
And of course I don't have a Splinter. So like my collection is almost complete. Like,
Because
it is because I don't think they have like an April yet, right?
Not yet, but she is coming. She is coming.
Sweet.
So.
Right. All right. Mark says Poggers. Is that like the Pogs?
I don't know. I used to love those though.
Did you?
Yeah. Was I good at the game? No.
I believe that Pogs were just a hair like under my age limit. Like I was a little bit older.
Yeah.
I feel like my brothers were into that.
Yeah. But I thought they were pretty cool.
I was into chicks, so no.
More like dudes.
No, Cameo. We're not gonna shame people.
I ain't shaming you. I'm just saying, don't lie.
Stupid. All right, we're cutting that out of the show. But we can't because it's live.
It is live. Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta stay
without a net, man. Without a net.
That's what we love about live shows.
That's the idea behind some of these live shows that we're just gonna throw them up there. Like we're not gonna edit it. You know, and do all the normal stuff.
Yeah. So basically what you're getting is the behind the scenes of what really happens if you watch the recorded version.
Yeah, if you were here with us.
The recorded and edited version.
Oh. Mark said it means cool in nerd.
Oh. Dang.
Yeah.
I need to get my nerd card revoked. There.
I've never been what you would call cool. Like no matter which, whether it was nerds
I tell you,
or
I don't know if y'all have ever seen
Outcasts or whomever I hung out with.
Brad perform with his old band group.
Oh yeah, Killer Gandhi.
Yes. If you want to see Brad slap a mean bass, man, this fool gets into it, shaking his hair. I was like, what? Because when you see Brad, if you don't know Brad, you think Brad is, cool, collected, but when he plays that bass, he's like,
yeah. Well, it's funny because like the first time we ever played a show, I kind of played like with my back to the crowd. I mean, I say crowd, there was probably like 3 people, which is also makes it more weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause it's just like 3 people. But anyway, and so I was like, man, but as I got better at playing the bass, that helped. And then also, I would watch GOG. Of course, everybody remembers GOG. He was in season 2. 1 and 2.
Right.
Seasons 1 and 2.
Well, actually, season 1 was like that was a long season.
Yeah, that was like 3 years. But yeah, so when people leave the show, we just call that a season. Usually. Yeah. So when you leave, that's season 4?
No, that's the final season.
Oh,
that's the series finale.
You're right. Okay. So, but no, I would watch GOG play because GOG also played bass in a band.
Oh, okay.
And GOG is also one of those guys where in person he's one way, but when you see him on stage, he's crazy. He's a wild man.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it hit me while I was watching him, and I talked to him after the show. I was like, GOG, you're playing like a character up there, aren't you? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh.
See, that's what I love about performing, man.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like, you don't have to be you.
Right. And so that really had I was like, okay, because, with radio, we're kind of playing a character.
Yeah.
It's, a lot of us use different names, but some of us, like I've always used my real name. But the character that you're portraying on the radio, like that guy doesn't have like a bad day or, you know what I mean? Because you're not on there to like bring people down. You're on there to give them information, get them excited, listen to ads, keep them around though. Right. Keep them listening. So, you kind of have to have like a cool, like persona. And so that's what I did with the bass playing in Killer Gandhi. I just tried to develop more of a like, okay, this version of Brad isn't scared of like, stage fright or anything. This version of Brad, like I can really like rock out with my sock out. So But I never did that. I was never skinny enough to pull a Red Hot Chili Peppers. So
yeah,
thank goodness.
Me neither.
Yeah.
My wife. We just need a sounder for that. But no, this was in reference to if I left the show. She said Cam would take all the equipment and called me Petty McGee, and she is exactly right.
Yeah. No. He has no claim to all this equipment. Okay, so Will says animated Batman versus Ninja Turtles was fun. It was.
Yes.
Got you got me that one. The Batman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ninja Turtle. And Mikey, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then Patrick, he's like Goggers, an expression of Poggers. Goggers. An expression of extreme excitement or hype. Okay, so yeah, if somebody says poggers, well, see, I still feel like maybe that term is a little young for me. You know, I'm making myself sound super old,
right?
But,
right.
Or maybe I'm just, you know,
super old,
a shut in, and I don't know all these things. Mark says Gog is how I found you. Awesome. We still love Gog. We talk to him occasionally. Christine, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Mark, I used to go watch him play with DBN all the time back in the day. Yeah, he is. Mark, Gog is very inspirational on the bass, and he's really good. Christine says, so what you're saying is you can give bass lessons, Brad Reed. I got it. He didn't get you anything.
She a dang lie.
No, I don't. See, I tried to give my son bass lessons, and... like I kind of was like, okay, play these.
Patrick called you boomer.
I mean, you can, but I mean, I'm not that old. But yeah. I don't feel like it. But I feel actually I do kind of feel that old.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I tried to give my son bass lessons, and that didn't go too well. So yeah. I was like, play all these scales, and he's like, nah, I want to play like a song. I'm like, no,
you gotta know these first.
Yeah, it's like the Karate Kid,
right?
You gotta wax on, wax off,
right?
And then it'll make sense once you're like, oh, okay,
right.
So, but I probably am not a good person to teach the bass because I've taught myself, and I'm still trying to learn it.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in a little while too, so that's not a good thing. Joe Franklin is tuned in. Thank you. Christine, I mean, you know, if you're the one wanting lessons, come on over.
Stupid.
Oh, Josh. No.
Wow, no. Wow. We'll just leave that there.
Yeah, but hilarious.
But no.
I mean, okay,
no.
I like Dockers, the pants. They fit pretty good.
I don't know if I have any Dockers. I don't think I do.
Dickies?
Don't have any Dickies.
I can't think of any other pants that might sound like that. This is getting stupid. All right. No, we still got comments. We're reading them till the comments go away. Will says the OKC Edge Halloween special airs this week of Halloween. Hint, hint. Okay. The OKC Edge Halloween special airs the week of Halloween, not this week. So
okay.
Check that out. The OKC Edge. I love Halloween specials. You know who used to, and I always use this song to start the show when I do the Halloween specials. Count Gregor. And hopefully he doesn't get mad. I don't think anybody owns that song anymore. So. But it's a tribute to him.
Oh, really?
Because you remember Count Gregor?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I became friends with him working at the radio station because he knew like Jack and Ron and stuff.
Yeah.
So they hooked me up with the intro, and I was like, and he's always a real cool guy to everybody, like all the fans that he meets and stuff.
Yeah, because we saw him at New World Comic Con, right? Yeah, he was real cool.
But like, you know, I've talked to him and I've gone over to his house and met with him and stuff. Like he's
name
just
dropping much.
Well, I mean, not that. It's just it's just like it was really cool because this is a guy like I grew up like watching and admiring, and then like, you know, I got to like actually kind of befriend him.
Right.
You know what I mean? It reminded me of Ed Wood where like he's friends with Bela Lugosi. But of course, Count Gregor doesn't have a heroin problem. So so there's that.
Yeah, that's good. That's always good.
Yeah. So I always use his song as a tribute. Will Gregor is awesome. Yeah, I love him. He's a good guy. He made my mom's day, signed a bunch of stuff for her.
Oh, that's cool.
She was a big fan of his too. because every Halloween, you know, he'd be at like a different haunted house, like doing live, cut-ins and stuff. And
yeah,
I think he of course, he did like horror movie nights where, yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, maybe I would love to get him on the show. It's just like he's just always busy.
Yeah,
he's a very busy guy.
I mean, he's a count.
Yeah, I can't. I had him on like the local talent show when I was doing that. I believe I had him come on and do like something around Halloween with me, or was it the Pure Rock 20?
I don't remember.
Of course you don't.
I used to.
You were the producer.
Yeah. So I would know. What are you talking about?
Nah, you don't, because you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, I was.
You were just like,
maybe it might honestly and truthfully, it might have been when I went and got some food at Arby's.
Yeah, of course.
Right across the street.
Of course. You were like, hey, you know what? The show's on. Brad's rolling. He's great without my help. So I'm going to go to Arby's and get me some waffle fries. Did you get a shake?
I got the mocha shake, and I thought it was going to taste different, and I hated it.
When is the next Nerds to Men event, Patrick says?
Well,
like event.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We need to do something, but
he's not. I don't think he's talking about a live show, right? Because I set it up as an event on the Facebook page, but I don't think that's what he means.
Nuggets, stupid.
Beef and motherfudging cheddar. Yep. Everybody ate at Arby's.
Man, everybody. Man, if you were doing something and you couldn't go anywhere real quick.
That's why all the studios smell like farts. Arby's is like, you know what? We're not sponsoring that show.
Right.
So I don't know if you mean like when we did like Nerd Bingo or something like that, or if you mean another Nerds to Men live show.
Like Nerd Bingo.
Well, I don't know. I would like to do a Nerd Bingo again. It was just trying to get like all the prizes and stuff. Mm-hmm. Luckily, Hastings went out of business in Norman, and I hit them up and bought a bunch of nerd prizes.
Yeah.
Unlucky for Hastings and Norman, and as a whole, because I really liked going to Hastings. But we're talking about maybe putting that movie night together.
Yeah.
So that would be fun.
That would be fun.
So if you got any ideas, hit us up. Let us know.
Well,
I'd love to get out and
actually,
about.
I'll do that right now.
Josh said potato wedge parts. Yeah. And that's the thing. People would eat Arby's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know?
I know. It was just.
And the other thing was, there was always like the one lady that worked there that like thought she knew all of us, because we come in all the time, and she probably heard us on the radio because they listen to Kiss all the time on there. And I was like, lady, you don't know me. Just give me my waffle fries.
Yeah.
Give me my shake.
There was this one time where I asked for a cup because I like to dip my roast beef sandwich in the Arby's sauce. And, instead of, getting like 10, 20 packs and putting it on the paper that it's wrapped in.
Yeah.
Just get a cup and, put some Arby's sauce in there.
Yeah.
And this is when I would, go in and push the thing down and blah blah blah. And so when I went to go do that, she gave me it was the old lady. She gave me the biggest death stare and was like, "You can't do that." And I was like this, not trying to be rude or anything, but I was like, "I do this all the time though."
Yeah.
Just pushing it in there. And she was like, "Well, you're not supposed to." And then like
you're just like looking her dead in the windows of her soul.
Right. And I said, I'm doing this anyway.
Don't say it.
No, but then I think like the manager or something was like don't mind her.
Yeah.
But like she took her job too serious.
Yeah. Actually, I joked about, but I made a friend up there that I'm still friends to this day. His name is Paul. He was like the manager up there, and like he was a real cool dude. I think he listened to the Cat and stuff, and then just he stayed in touch. He probably is watching this show or will watch it. So at some point he's going to be like, "Oh, you're talking about Arby's?" But then I'll say, "Paul, we said you were a great guy." Because he is. He's a cool dude. I really like him. You probably met him. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. I'll show you a picture of him. Josh says they turned the Arby's into a dispensary. Which one? I need to go sell to them.
Hey, yeah.
Pot County Cannabis. 420 bomb. Cheap plug. He says, I don't know what they did the turning meat will, though. I don't know what they did with the turning meat. I would love to have that. Like, you know, the goat meat that
yeah
just cut you off a slice.
I feel so weird doing that.
Have you been to the restaurant where they bring you like that sliced meat? Like it's over at Penn Square Mall.
I've never Cafe de Brazil.
Yeah, that's the one.
I've never ate there. I want to though.
It's delicious.
So
Josh says they should call it Herbies instead of Arby's because now it's or Herbies.
Herbies.
Yes, I pronounced the H. That's stupid. Herbies. What were you gonna say? I cut you off.
I was gonna say that I posted a post on our Nerdz to Men Facebook page. If we do have this Nerdz to Men movie night, what movies would you like to see? You can comment on that, and we'll go from there.
Spliff and Cheddars. I mean, they should pay homage to the Arby's that came before it. I didn't know. Did you know that it's not an Arby's? Oh, I mean, because you work there every day. Yeah. That whole area has changed. There's like all kinds of stuff around.
Yeah, there's
now.
like not a Gentle Dental, a Dental Depot, a hotel. Now, just like on that, on that little corner median.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cameo. You know that the overnight cat guy knows that there's a dispensary there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's
it better not be.
How late do y'all stay open?
It better not be a 24-hour one.
Yeah. You'll get,
I don't know if that's
you'll
possible.
Get cleaned out every commercial break. They probably should do that if they want to make the money.
Yeah.
I remember when I worked there, like. I don't know if the guy still works there, so I won't say any names. But like he
probably does.
He got locked out because he was downstairs smoking it up, and no. He got locked out because he was using the back door. And so I think that they like made it to where that door didn't lock, so he never locked himself out. But. Because the bad thing is if you're the overnight guy, you're the only one in the building. So if you get locked out, it's a minute before somebody's going to come let you in. And then you got to be like, hey guys, I was out there smoking.
Yeah.
And I'm super high right now.
Right.
I was at Spliff and Cheddars. So anyway, this live show got crazy and out of hand, but I love it. That's what we should keep doing. Casey, she's my sister-in-law. By the way, me and her tore it up on trivia night. It was horror movie night, and I was the ringer. So
nice.
Rent out an AMC for $99 and show the movie that gets picked for movie night. So that's one of them. I know AMC is doing that, but then what I was wondering is if I saw on Twitter or whatever that Tower Theater said they would do the same thing. So we could either do it there. Or do one of the AMCs, but I want to do like a recording of the podcast too. Yeah. So I don't know if AMC is going to be like, nah, you got to get in and get out, or Tower Theater might be the same way, but maybe Tower Theater might be like, oh no, that'd be cool because then you're talking about us and blah blah blah. AMC is more of a corporate deal, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one we do, but that's a great idea. That's kind of what sparked the whole idea was Tower Theater saying, we'll do that too. Because, everybody's trying to come up with ways to entertain people during the pandemic. Yeah. So, anyway, well, I'm probably going to get off here and watch the debates because wrestling's not on. So, same thing.
Watch that mess?
Yeah. See somebody get, clotheslined. And I think tonight's actually like a cage match debate where they're locked in the cage together. Really? Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. Yeah, so
that's funny.
All right, well, Cameo, as always, put a smile on your face.
Wakanda forever.
This is the way.
Freeze all motor functions.
I bent back and sounded like a tooted what right while you said that. Maybe that was me freezing all motor functions. I got to put out whatever gases.
Whatever. You was blowing all motor functions.
Nasty. All right, we're out of here.
Peace.